Let's see, we're waiting on some more people to join. Well, while we waiting on everyone to join, if y'all could leave your city and your state, where you're calling in from, just so we'll know who we're talking to and where everyone's calling in from tonight or this evening, rather. So if you would, leave your city and your state. Leave your city and your state. All right, ATL. We got New Jersey. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining tonight's, this evening's call. We see we got people coming in from everywhere. If you would, while you coming in, we're waiting on everyone to come in. If you could, leave your city and your state. We got Texas, we got Florida. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We'll be getting started here promptly in just a couple of more minutes. So if you could, leave your city and your state where you're calling in from. We would like to thank each and every one of y'all for joining tonight's call. You guys are in for a treat tonight. We're gonna get to hear from the CEO tonight, hosting tonight's call. Presenting tonight's call, Mrs. Latoria Porter. So y'all come on in. All right. If you guys would, man, before we get started tonight, if you could leave your city and your state. If you could leave your city and your state in the chat, just so we'll know who we are talking to and where everyone's tuning in from for tonight's call. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, well, we're not going to hold you guys too much longer. We said we were going to get started here at 7 o'clock. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring up tonight's presenter, which is a lady boss, to say the least, the CEO, Mrs. Latoria Porter. Man, I have the privilege of calling this lady a partner, also my wife, a fantastic business partner, man. She really knows her game. Some of y'all might know her by her hashtag, the Simplicity Coach. Some of y'all may know her as Mrs. Porter. Again, man, she's a phenomenal CEO. And man, I'm just honored to be able to bask in the ambience of her knowledge and wisdom towards this tax game tonight. So if you guys would just grab your pens, listen up. I'm gonna bring on, well, if you would help me bring on Mrs. Latoria Porter. Maybe drop some blue and orange hearts, some orange and blue hearts in the chat or something. Let her know that y'all appreciate her, man. Mrs. Porter, are you there?
Yes, I am. Are you able to hear me?
I can hear you very loud and clear.
Awesome. First of all, I want to hand it back to Dexter. Dexter has been extremely supportive all of these years when it has come to running the tax business. He's actually our chief of marketing. He helps produce some of the baddest marketing flyers and video content out there in the industry. I definitely want to take this time to say thank you for all the sacrifices and the time and effort that you have put into our business. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
Awesome, guys. But let's go ahead and get started. We do value your time, and we don't want to hold you up too long. So let me go ahead and I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about myself. My name is Latoria Porter. I am the founder and CEO of DLP Legacy Taxes. I actually been doing taxes since I was 16 years old. My aunt, she used to be the family's go-to person for taxes, and I used to sit and watch her do taxes by hand all the time. Because I was intrigued with math. And when I turned 18, she kind of handed that over to me, and I started doing my family and my friends' taxes. I started doing it as a hobby, right? It was just something I was doing on the side. I was making a little change here and there. But as years began to pass, I decided, hey, Latoria, you can turn this into from a hobby into an actual business. So what I did was I went through a big box company, Liberty Taxes. A lot of you guys probably heard of them. I went through Liberty Taxes for training, and guess what? I was immediately offered a position, but guess how much they was trying to pay me? They was trying to pay me $8 an hour. So I quickly began looking for alternatives because at that time, I knew I was worth more than $8 an hour. I had actually just graduated with my MBA in finance. I had leadership and managerial skills from working at a large financial institution for over 14 years. So I knew it was more out there for me. So I began seeking for other opportunities, and I ran across a post on social media, probably like a lot of you guys, that said, hey, who wants to start a free tax franchise? At that time, I'm gonna be very, very transparent. I was skeptical because I had never really been introduced to a type of business model where you could actually start something for free. And after doing some research, I actually partnered with the company as a franchise store owner. And for years, I actually was partnered with them, and I branded over to DLP Legacy Taxes. And that's when I actually became a full-time entrepreneur. That's when my full-time entrepreneur journey began. My husband and I, we began to create a foundation not only for ourselves, but we were fortunate enough to be able to successfully coach over others to six figures. But enough about me, guys. Let me see who was in the chat. I know I saw Atlanta, I saw Texas, I saw Florida, I saw New Jersey. Hey guys, how are you guys doing? But let me see you drop some ones in the chat if you are super excited about learning how you can make a year's salary in the first 4 months of the year. Who's excited about that? Let me see who's dropped some ones in the chat. Drop some ones in the chat if you are excited about that. We got Miss Washington, Miss Parks, Miss Tracy, we got Melvin. You guys excited too? I'm excited because I know it can be done. You just have to put in the effort. But let's go ahead and first of all, again, I want to welcome you to the DLP Legacy Taxes Business Overview. You are probably wondering, who are we? Well, that's a great question. We are a virtual tax company, and we have been in business for 6 years. We rebranded ourselves in 2021. We do have over 150 virtual tax partners, and our corporate office is located in Arlington, Texas. So we do have a community of tax professionals across the United States in all 50 states. When it comes to DLP Legacy Taxes, our vision is really to provide resources and education to our community. You guys heard my husband, he introduced me as the Simplicity Coach, and I have been going by that for years because I like to find a simplistic approach to be able to provide and give back to our communities so that we can help create a foundation for generations. So we want to welcome you all to the world of possibilities, because here is where you can create a foundation for your legacy. As you guys know, people are all out there looking for opportunities, and DLP Legacy Taxes, we have it. We have a no upfront cost opportunity that we are offering individuals. We're offering a seasonal business because they can only work it part-time if they want, and it can produce a yearly income so that they can use to actually fund their goals and dreams. Now, who's excited about that? And I'm sorry, guys, I like to ask questions because I like engagement. So who is excited about being able to, again, come in, produce a year's income, and be able to create a foundation, create a legacy? That's why we named ourselves DLP Legacy Taxes, because we were all about creating legacies for our family. Right? Me, Alexa said, hey, me, right? Eric said, me, right? All right. So now you guys are probably wondering, okay, well, Latoria, well, tell me a little bit more, right? So let me kind of tell you about other companies, DLP versus other companies, right? With other companies, they do have startup fees. If you guys notice, if you're scrolling on social media, You may see an ad pop up, or maybe somebody else is on a friend on your social media page, and it'll say, hey, start a tax business for X amount of dollars, right? Those companies have startup fees to actually partner or franchise with them. With those other companies, they do require you to have to pay for training, and you have to pay for marketing tools. They do only have in-person training. So I don't know about you, but there are a lot of times when I cannot go into an in-person tax class. And there's probably a lot of you like that. You work a 9 to 5, and so you can't actually go into an in-person tax class. So that may actually hinder you from actually partnering or even trying to do taxes at all. And with those other companies, since they are requiring you to have a physical location, you have to pay what? You got to pay rent, you got to pay the utilities, you have to pay for furniture, and there's so much more that you have to do. And so at the very start of your actual tax business, what's happening? You're digging more into your personal pockets to fund the business, right? Rather than actually making a business profit. So here at DLP Legacy Taxes, we're actually in the business of helping small business owners or entrepreneurs start a business without having to invest or spend up all of their personal income to get started. And so that way, you'll be able to make a profit the first year in business. We have always heard, or at least I have, let me know if you guys heard it, where you always heard in the first 3 years of business, most businesses do not make a profit. Who has heard that? Let me know in the chat. Who has heard in the first 3 years, most businesses do not make a profit? Am I the only one? Let me check the chat. And guys, I'm live streaming on Facebook too, so I'm looking back and forth. You have? Right. And it's absolutely true. Based on the way we were taught and the way things have went, we have noticed that there are a lot of businesses who have to put up their own personal revenue, whose personal credit gets affected because they're trying to build their business. But here at DLP Legacy Taxes, our partners, they are able to actually come out and make a profit the first year. And we're going to show you guys how they are able to do that a little later here in this presentation. But let's go ahead and I'm going to talk about this slide that I have up on the screen. Let's talk about what DLP Legacy Taxes offers. We offer a no front cost or fees to actually partner with us. We do have free online training, and we provide free marketing tools and resources to our partners. We do have free cloud-based software. And again, we are able to conduct business in all 50 states. And best of all, I'll keep saying it because you can do this from the comfort of your home. I don't know how much you guys, I don't know if any of you on here work from home at all, but it's like a privilege to actually be in the comfort of your home and not have to go into an office because you don't have to get up and get dressed up, right? You can actually be lounging or just sitting comfortably in your home. After you take the kids or after you put the kids to bed, you can actually start running your business. You never have to actually step out of the house. Yes, it has been over 15 years, right, Alexis? Right. And it's wonderful to be able to just do something that you like or love, or that you know can produce something for your family, and just do it from the comfort of your home. But here at DLP Legacy Taxes, we do offer a turnkey business. And again, this is where we're going to actually give you free tax software. We're giving you the free marketing tools and resources, free online training, and we're also going to give you access to a mobile app for your clients. This is where your clients can actually securely upload their documents, and they can send them to you to prepare their taxes. In addition, you're going to get a free company business email address so that you can keep track of all of your business in one email. And the great thing about that is great for branding your business too. So you'll have a business email address that your client can communicate back and forth with you. Next slide. Thank you. Here's a screenshot of our actual cloud-based tax software. It is very, very, very user-friendly. It can be accessed from any device. The thing about our cloud-based software is that all you need is internet access. So you can actually work from your business on the go. You can be on vacation over there in the Bahamas, because I saw a lot of people vacationing. You can be out at lunch with your friend, and you can just securely log into your software from whatever device that you have, long as you have internet access, and you can be able to service your client. You can go ahead and provide them a free tax quote, or you can just actually prepare their taxes, okay? Next slide. Okay, right here, this is, we do have a free state-of-the-art online training academy. Here's a screenshot of how our actual training academy does look when you have access to it. The academy is free and it's available immediately upon enrolling. A great thing about this is it's self-paced. You can do it at your leisure. And again, I'm gonna keep stressing, you can do it from the comfort of your home, right? Because we know there's no need to come into a tax office and having to be in a classroom full of people. I did that. I did that with Liberty Taxes. And right now, we know we just started to recover from a pandemic, right? So who wants to be in a classroom full of people that you don't know, right? Who may be sick because the weather is fluctuating. And then you're having to learn at the pace of the group, because when you're in a group setting, everyone has to be on the same page when it comes to understanding what is taught before the instructor actually moves on, right? So we have our online tax academy where you can learn every aspect of basic tax preparation. And guess what? It's at your own pace. Who likes the ideal of being able to learn taxes from home? Drop some twos in the chat if you are excited that, yeah, hey, I can do this from the house, right? I don't even have to step out. Who decided about that? Miss Park says she is. Miss Washington, Mr. Banks, Alexis, Erica. Okay, you guys are excited. Yeah, because doing it from home, I mean, I prefer it. Because when I was in the class setting, let's be a little transparent. When I was in the class setting, I already knew how to do taxes, and there were people who didn't know how to do taxes. So the instructor was going really, really slow. And so there was times where I was just sitting there in my own world because I already knew the information. And that could happen if you have to go into those in-person class trainings, okay? All right, but here's a screenshot of our mobile taxes to go app. Here your clients can actually download the app, and again, they can securely upload their documents. Their documents will automatically come over to you, and you can securely prepare the taxes from home. In the app, the great thing that I like about it is that you can actually chat with your client. You can communicate back and forth with the client, let them know if there's something that you're missing. They can upload the additional documents, and it comes directly to you. So there's no need to having them send documents to your email, and then you're having to filter through them because you have a lot of clients sending stuff through the email to find their exact documents that they're sending you, because it goes directly into the app. And again, guys, this is all with no upfront costs. We're not asking you for a dime to partner with us. You come in with no upfront costs. This is my favorite slide. This right here is my favorite part of the presentation when we actually talk about the money. Guys, we are super excited to announce in 2022, which is currently not even over. So far, we have paid out over $300,000 in weekly payouts to our partners. Guys, you have the potential to actually go out and make a year's salary in the first quarter of the year. So I wanted to be able to go over our tax partners compensation so that you will know how you can run up a bag, right? Because I know that you can. So I want to break it down for you. So have your pen and paper handy, because I was always told by my mentor, the note takers are the money makers. And I know it's a lot of people on here who are money maker people, right? So make sure you have your pen and paper handy so you can write this down so you will know how you can go out and make you some money this tax season. But when you do partner with us, there is a 60-40 split on tax preparation fees. That means 60% of that will go to you and 40% of that will go to the company. So let's kind of break that down, okay? Let's say that you wanted to go ahead and you just wanted to run up a quick bag, right? You had another business that you needed to fund. So you was like, hey, I just need a few $1,000s so that I can fund my other business. So let's say you charge an average tax preparation fee of $400. Times 60%, you're going to get $240 per client, okay? And remember, I was telling you about my experience with Liberty Taxes. They were trying to tell me to get paid $8 an hour. That means I was going to have to work at least 30 hours to be even paid $240. But you can get paid $240 off of one client. So let's say you go out and you do 50 clients at that same $400 tax preparation fee. You're going to make 60% of that. And that's going to total $12,000. And let's say you said, I got to go tell everybody about my business, and you go and you get 100 clients. Same $400 tax preparation fee. You get 60% of that. You now made $24,000. You doubled up, right? You doubled up. But let's say you was that person. He said, Latoria, I understand I can get I can go out and get 50 clients or 100 clients, but I got to go tell everybody. I got some dreams. I got some goals that I want to meet. And you go out and you get 450 tax clients at the standard or average $400 tax preparation fee. Times that 60%, you just made a whopping $108,000. Can you guys say six figures? Who's excited on here just to be able to make an extra $12,000 in the first quarter of the year? Who could use 12K? Let me know. Who on here could use 12K? Hey, Miss Jackson. Me, right? Me, right? 12K is $12,000 is people's salaries that they make the entire 12 months. So to be able to make that in the first 90 days, man, that's super priceless. That is the bomb. I guess that's what I would say. In the words of Puff Daddy, I listen to Puff Daddy. He say, get in your bag, and he say, stay in your bag. And here at DLP Legacy Taxes, we're all about helping businesses get a bag. So we want to help you guys get a bag because we know you guys can do it. But Miss Park said, me, right? But every company recruits when it comes to businesses. Companies go out, they look to build and they look to collaborate and build teams. And here at DLP Legacy Taxes, we're no different. We do provide incentives for individuals who go out and introduce others to this platform. If you go out and you introduce other people to the platform, you are eligible to not only make unlimited income potential by getting tax clients yourself, but you are able to actually leverage the efforts of others and earn a 10% commission off of each and every person that you personally introduce into this platform. So I want to give you guys an example of how that looks. Let's say you partnered with DLP Legacy Taxes and you introduced 5 individuals. You went out, you got your sister, your brother, your cousin, your niece, and your nephew, right? Those 5 individuals, they came and they said, oh, Ms. Parks, I want to go ahead. I want to make me some money too. So they go out and get at least 30 clients. Collectively, between those 5 individuals that Ms. Parks introduced, they have 150 clients, right? Out of that 150 clients, let's say they charge $400 tax preparation fee, just that standard average. That is $60,000 in revenue between those 5 partners. And the thing is, for Mrs. Park simply going out and introducing those 5 individuals to DLP Legacy Taxes, she's going to receive a 10% bonus or profit share of $6,000 at the end of tax season for simply introducing them to our platform. Now, who would like to make an extra bag off the efforts of others? Who would be interested in it? I know I will. If I don't have to work as hard and I can introduce other people and I can still make an extra bag too, I'm super excited about that. But who's excited that they can make an extra bag off the efforts of other people? Extra bag, right, Miss Tanya? Ms. Marva Steen said, yes, ma'am. Right. So guys, make sure that you go out and introduce other people because again, that is a great way for you to make some extra income as well. So you're probably wondering, okay, Latoria, all of this sounds great. How do I actually get started? Well, that's another great question. Well, first you're going to have to get a PIN from the IRS. The PIN is kind of like a social security number. That is where you're required to prepare, that is required for you to prepare taxes for compensation. The IRS doesn't, they charge $35.95 for the PIN, which goes directly to the IRS. It doesn't come over here to DLP Legacy Taxes. Then once you get your PIN, what you're going to do is you're going to sign up, you're going to get trained, and then you're going to start marketing right away. Because tax season is actually shorter than you think. It comes around really quickly, and then it goes away really quickly. So you want to start marketing right away once you start to let people know that this is something that you're going to be doing. So guys, this is a great time to go ahead and get started. Being in the tax industry is actually a promising and lucrative business that will offer you a journey where you can start earning income on your own rules and at your own pace. You set that goal. So the first thing is to take a step of faith and get started. If you have always dreamed of owning your own business, this is it. All you have to do is press go. You get to set, again, your own hours, work it full-time, work it part-time. You can be that person in your community that provides a valuable service. And guess what? You guys can work 4 months on and you can vacation 8 months if you like. I see a lot of people do it all the time. They come in, they feast out, they go super hard. that first quarter of the year. And then the last 8 months, they out vacationing. They over there in Jamaica, they in the Bahamas, they traveling with their families. You guys can do it too. And success loves speed. So what we need you to do is to get back with the person who introduced you to this opportunity. Get signed up today. And also, please go ahead and like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube by searching DLP Legacy Taxes. We do want to thank you for your time and coming out on this busy evening to actually tune in with us. And guys, we want to see you at the top, and you have a wonderful evening.